So it is day 2 of NanoWrimo, and I have total for today written 2,561 words, which puts me at 7,038 words. This project, y'all, it is taking control, which thank goodness it is. But I am coming up with things that I had no idea I needed to come up with. I am thinking outside of the box in a way that I never have before. Ideas about the world, about the characters, the inner workings of the political and religious system is just flowing, and I feel so good. One thing that I will say, being Monday, today is the 2nd, so it's Thursday. Monday, I am 21 weeks pregnant. And I can say that the last 2 days of getting up at 6 a.m. has been a little bit rough. I'm getting up and I'm getting the words out and they're flowing, so I don't really want to change my creative flow there. So I think what I'm going to do is go to bed earlier. I think I'm going to have to start going to bed at about, instead of 10:30, 11, I'm gonna have to go to bed about 10. Now, my brain is wired for more night owl because having a toddler, we all know the drill. You get them to sleep, you put them down, then you get time to do all the things that you either didn't get to do for the housework or get other things prepped for tomorrow, pick up after them and yourself throughout the day, and also get work done that you want to get done. Perhaps spend time with your significant other. But I really do think that for this month, 6 a.m. is going to have to be a thing. I'm going to just have to grin and bear it. I need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night to be functional, and it's just healthy for you. And I don't write on Sundays. So that's going to be very interesting. Because also with NanoWrimo, what a lot of people forget is we have in the US, I think like 2 states don't do it anymore, and some countries don't do it anymore. But in the US, we have daylight savings time, which means we fall behind an hour in the autumn and we spring ahead in the spring. So we're going to be pushing the clocks back an hour. So we're falling behind. Yay. So that is going to happen on Sunday, which may or may not affect my Monday the 6th morning, but we'll see. Because everybody's internal clock, including my toddlers, is going to be all so fun times there. Keep you updated on that. But yeah, the story is coming along super, super well. I'm about to plop my booty down and read the first chapter of Save the Cat Writes a Young Adult Novel and start taking some notes. And it is cold out. Winter is officially knocking on the door, and snow is going to be here before we know it, which is fine. But my allergies, as you can probably hear with the switching of the decently warm, mild fall to the chill and all of the leaves falling off of the trees, my allergies don't like it. So that is day 2. I will check in with y'all on day 3, and we will see where we're at. Cross your fingers that I can get good words tomorrow, and that I have enough gas in my tank to continue on with the 6 a.m. routine. So I just finished chapter 1 of this book. It's all I had to get through before my son's nap is over, but I just wanted to come on here and quickly say this book is going to be a game changer for me, as it probably has for like so many authors. But I've seen how much growth I've done as a writer using other craft books, taking Publish and Thrive, watching Sarah Cannon's Plot Your Novel course, taking the, what is it called? The Writer's Market, Write Bestselling Fiction. It's right here. The Writer's Market Write Great Fiction series, like back way in the beginning of my little writer life when I was in college. Have all those books still. And obviously James Scott Bell. There's so many books that I have that have been pivotal in writing, and this really seems to tie them all together in a really complete, concise way. And the beat sheets that I use are based off of Sarah Cannon's, and they're very similar to this. I'm really excited about this. I don't have enough time to read the second chapter because it is a chunky boy. Let me see how big it is. It is like lay thick. And I am highlighting as I go because I do highlight in my craft books. And then I go back down through later and write them down in a notebook. So I get basically the cliff version to look back on when I'm doing my own writing. But this book, I love it already. It's amazing. As I'm thinking and reading about my characters, want, a problem, a want, a need, their goals, what's standing in their way. I'm already thinking about the project that I'm working on, and I can already tell that I can hit those problems, those wants, inner and outer, the story A and the story B, as well as goals, what's standing in their way. And it's nice to see that I kind of get it, that I can kind of do this, that I can kind of know what I'm doing when I write a book. So this has been not only great to read and learn from, but it's also been great to kind of remind myself that you are an author. You know your stuff. You've been doing this for the past 10 years seriously, but the last literal 20 years you've been writing for fun and just dreaming of being a writer. So this is fantastic. Phew. Well, you all are getting it out of breath running around me today. It is November 3rd. It is day 3 of Nano. And it is, I'm out of breath. I have stairs now that I have to contend with. And also I just got done recording a bunch, so I'm a little breathless. But it's 3:25 p.m. in the afternoon. I have 0 words written for today. And that's okay, because I could not get up at 6 a.m. this morning. I was up until probably close to, I was in bed by 11, but I didn't go to sleep until like 11:20, 11:30, because I was moving photos from my phone over to my computer and then a drive that I have for my son's major milestones and my family, just family photos that I have. And it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but I moved a lot of junk off my computer at that time and transferred the highlighted portions of Say the Cat Writes a YA novel over to a notebook so that I have like the Cliff Notes version of it, of chapter 1. So that was a good utilization of time, because I learned really well reading and absorbing and comprehending the first time through. And if it's something like I'm learning, I highlight and then I go back later and I reread the highlighted selections, and then I basically will write down those notes And that is how I excelled in school and how I did like super well retaining information and studying. So that was great. But yeah, when I only got about like 5.5, 6 hours of sleep last night, and I need about 7 or 8. I woke up with a nightmare. Pregnancy dreams are crazy. Also, I'm waking up on my back. So I subconsciously know I'm in the second trimester, so you shouldn't sleep on your back. And I'm gonna have to pull out my husband's nemesis, which is the pregnancy pillow. I mean, he's totally fine with it, but he just calls it his nemesis because it takes up so much space. But I'm gonna have to pull it out and use it because I can't roll over on my back anymore. And I'm finding I'm waking up subconsciously in the middle of the night to make sure that I'm not on my back. Most of the time I am, but a lot of the sometimes I'm not. So I'm just constantly having the struggle of like waking and being like, oh gosh, I can't be on my back. So, yep, no words today. But it is 3:30-ish now. It's coming on to 3:30-ish. And I just recorded 10 chapters for Vanessa Vale's Man Cave. I have 30 chapters left to go. Hopefully get those done over the weekend and the Monday probably. And when my son goes down to bed tonight, that is when I will settle in for probably from 9 until 11 again tonight. Probably settle in for some writing. So may not be waking up at 6 a.m. on Saturday. But my husband comes home at 1 on Saturday, so that's nice. We'll be able to kind of play defense for each other. And I might be able to get like an hour in earlier. Sunday is my no write day. So I've been thinking about potentially just doing a read back through of what I have already written, take some notes, and just add a few words in here or there. But right now, I'm eating some banana bread, having a cup of chamomile tea, and I'm about to watch some of my favorite author tubers and writers vlogs of their NanoWrimo because it helps refill my creative well, but it also makes me feel better to know that I am not the only one who sometimes can't get words, can't get time to get words, or needs a break. So it makes me feel better. That's what we're gonna do. And hopefully words for day 3 will come later. Oh, hot cocoa for the soul. So it is currently 9:51 at night. I have still 0 words for the day. Day 3 of Nano, day 4 of writing. Because I did the jump start. Tired, not in a good mental headspace today. I didn't get up at 6 a.m. today, like I said previously, because I knew I needed sleep, but now I'm kicking myself for not getting up because now I'm gonna have to do either get all my words in an hour, which I don't think is possible, but it could be possible, in 2 sprints. But I don't think it is because this next scene is her speaking to her mom, her leaving in the morning, her saying goodbye to all her siblings, and it's like super, it's pivotal. I needed to hit the, not only emotional beats that I needed to hit, but I needed to also hit the story beats that I needed to hit. So I don't know. Nothing really went right today, but such is life. And when you have a toddler, they're allowed to have bad days too. So that's a thing. And while I know that sleep is important, because not only am I a mother to a toddler, and sleep is just so important to your health. I'm such a firm believer in good sleep, but I'm growing a human. So she kind of needs the energy for me to take care of myself. So I'm going to, well, I already have everything pulled up. And I am going to be listening to an immersive writing session by Abby Emmons. Usually, if I'm not live sprinting with people, I am listening to her immersive live sessions, because she has like mood sessions that she does, and I really like them. I'll link the one I'm listening to down below. Listening to a haunted Victorian mansion, though I don't really know why. It doesn't match the scene I'm writing, but I feel like with the wind and the cold outside, it's a good fit. So I am going to get going and just pray to the writer, nano gods, that in a magical hour and 5 minutes now, I can get 2,084 words. Here we go. That sprint went very well. It was a 25-minute sprint, and I got 906 words. This story is writing itself so far, and I am encouraged. I haven't felt this much of a flow since Legend, and I don't know, I just feel a connection with this story that I didn't even have with Legend. And maybe that's because this is the right story to work on at this time. We could get into a quandary where I skip a bunch of chapters or scenes and have to go back, or I come to a complete, like, mental block. But I have 2.5 minutes left before the next sprint starts, so I'm going to input this into NanoSite. Okay. That was heavy. It's only chapter 4. And I've already made myself cry. I hit my goal. I hit my word count goal. In 2 25-minute sprints, the first time I wrote 906, this time I wrote 1,196. These are the best sprints I've ever gotten. This is not normal for me. And I'm crying, or I was crying. I'm getting teary again because I just did the scene of her having to say goodbye to her mom. Like, not like mom died or anything, but like she's leaving to go on now. And she's only 17. And she has younger siblings, so she has to say goodbye to all of them. It just hits different when you're a mom. It's like chocolate after a Dementor's kiss. So, yeah, the scene was a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. I'm a mom now, so seeing it play out was a little bit rougher than I thought it was going to be. It's honestly only the second time writing something has made me cry. So according to Nano website, I am 18% done. Tomorrow is Saturday the 4th, which means it's double down day, which means even though it's 11 o'clock, I'm getting up at probably 6 o'clock. Yeah, probably 6 o'clock in order to get this done. So I'm going to try to get another 2,084 from 6 to 7:30. I literally just did this in an hour, so I'm hoping the flow will stay. And then probably tomorrow afternoon sometime, I will catch somebody on the Heart Breathings community channel or somebody else on Saturday doing a live sprint and be able to jump into their sprints and double it down. If I hit 10,000 words tomorrow, I get to have my first reward. I have to change one of my rewards. One of my rewards was ordering in takeaway Chinese and a movie with my husband. But the Chinese food restaurant that is near us, it's a buffet and it's delicious, but they just had some issues with their last inspection that went viral, and we will not be eating there for a while. So instead, I have put down that I'm going to get myself a new clickety-clack, aka a new keyboard that sounds like a typewriter, because I need to hear the words. So yeah. If I look at my Nano stats, just for funsies, let's see what Nano says. Nano says, at this rate, I'll be done on November 16th. I don't think I will be. Maybe the 20th, if I can double down tomorrow, because I don't write on Sundays. What I am thinking about doing on Sunday, which is crazy, is going back through everything that I've written, do some slight editing. I have a couple of like blank space / highlighted areas that I need to go back in and fill in and figure out what's going to go in there. I have things I have to brainstorm, plot storm, and put in there. So that'll add probably a couple hundred words on Sunday. But that should only take me about an hour. So yeah. I'm gonna go to bed, go splash cold water on my face, and my husband's gonna be like, why are you crying? Like, it's only chapter 4 and it was really intense. So I have 9,140 words, and it is day 3 of Nano. See you day 4. Hi. It is Sunday, November 5th, day 5 of Nano. You might be like, where's day 4? Day 4 did not happen for me. Everything was just not working yesterday. So I got to bed later than I wanted to, which was fine. I still was going to pop up at 6 and start double down day, because yesterday was Nano double down day. 110% intentional to do that. My son, who was 2.5, decided that he wanted to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. So we were up. We went to my parents at about 8:30. Took us to about 9 to get there. Got back. He slept on the way home, which is about 20 minutes. So it gave him just enough of a power nap to fight off like a real nap. So he napped later. When he did nap was when I had a call with my co-writer for a romantasy that we're working on. When nighttime rolled around, I was going to come back here and record. Sorry, I was going to come back here and write, but I was exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. I was on 4 hours of sleep because my husband got up at 4 a.m. to go to work. There's another whole other story there with like jumping a car and batteries, and so I was in bed at like 9:30 and was asleep by like almost a little bit after 10. And then of course we had daylight savings, so we all slept in and gained an extra hour. So I woke up feeling really refreshed. We spent the whole morning decorating the downstairs for Christmas, minus the Christmas tree. We do that after Thanksgiving. But all the garland is up. I just have to go to the store and get a couple more things, and it looks so good. I might have to show you guys at some point, but I have a Victorian, it was an 1893 Victorian, and when I walked into this house, the first thing I saw was vintage Christmas. And we have vintage Christmas happening in this house, and I am so happy with it. My hair is doing crazy things today. It's very dry. My allergies hate me because it's like actually kind of warm today, so the yo-yoing isn't helping. But my son is, according to the monitor, almost asleep. or his nap. And I am doing my double down day today. So it is almost 2. Technically it's 3 o'clock if we're going by like old standards. But I have 2 hours. My son naps for about 2 hours to get these words in. And I think to double it up, I need, my normal daily is 2,084. And my double will make it like 4,100 something. So that's exciting. I am hopefully gonna hit over 10,000 words today, which will be nice because then I can have my first reward, which is a game night and chill. Don't know when that's gonna be. I might switch it because I want a new keyboard. I do want an Erin Condren planner, and then I want to get my nails professionally done. But that is towards the 40,000 for the nails and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna look over what I have so far, and I'm going to start writing and see how far I can get. I told y'all, NanoWrimo is all about ebbs and flows. It is about the good days outweighing and outnumbering the days where it's hard. And sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes life happens and things come up, kids come up, work comes up, family comes up, friends come up, pets come up, and it's okay. NanoWrimo is supposed to be a fun challenge. It's not supposed to be like a beat yourself up challenge. And that's what my husband reminded me last night. But the problem is I'm having so much fun writing, and I'm so connected to this story that I want to continue writing, but I need to know when to shut off and shut down. And I'm so thankful that I did that last night because I slept like a log and I needed that. So I'm going to pick an immersive writing Pomodoro method with Abby Emmons, and then I am going to start writing. Sprint 1 in the books, and I got 992 words. So I can officially move the 10,000 words down. And now we're working toward 15,000. Yay! Sprint number 2 is in the books. So that one was, technically there was 2. So I did one for 1,008 and another one for 122 so that I could reach my daily goal of 2,084. But that obviously, I got more than that. I got 2,122, which brings me to a total of 11,200.